Hello, welcome back to another episode of Litigation Speaks. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that I've titled, Why You Can't or Won't Do a Business Valuation the Way the Client's Attorney Wants You to. As a seasoned business valuation expert, and I've been doing these since 1985, I understand the intricate art and science of determining a company's value. Sometimes if we align with exactly what the attorney wants us to do, we may not get an answer and we may not be able to support it. So let's delve into why sometimes we're unable to meet exactly what the attorney wants us to do in the precise manner that they want it done. We have a problem of independence. If we rely too much on what the attorney wants in their direction, we may have lost independence, and this would be discovered in a deposition. We need to use the appropriate valuation approaches. The attorneys may or may not understand all the intricacies involved in those different approaches. We need to follow Revenue Ruling 5960, professional standards, and all this time keep the objectives of what the attorney is looking for when we determine what the value is going to be. And let me give you an example. Worked on a case where the client was getting a little perturbed with a lot of the information we were requesting. I got an email from the attorney, and the attorney said, "This is not a Fortune 500 company. You really don't need all the information you're asking for." So I got on the phone and talked with the attorney and explained to him why I needed the information that we were requesting. I think he just agreed with me to keep me quiet. I don't think he was real happy with the conversation, but wound up giving him a copy of my report. They read the report, and both the client and the attorney agreed that they now understood why I was asking for the information that I was asking for. Now, this is a large case. The value is tens of millions of dollars. But they do understand now why I was being so insistent on getting what I was looking for. We have independence issues. Maintaining independence is paramount to doing a business valuation process. If we just follow the dictate of the attorney, and I'm not using my independent thought, again, this will come out in a deposition, probably get disqualified, and that means the client spent a bunch of time, money, and my effort for absolutely no reason whatsoever. The valuation approaches. There are three approaches. We need to look at the asset, market, and income approach. Each of these approaches requires rigorous analysis. So you can't just go out there and blow one of these things off because you think it's not going to work. You really need to get in and do that to see what is there and determine which of those approaches is the most appropriate methodology to use. We need to look at Revenue Ruling 5960, and I can't overstress Revenue Ruling 5960. This is from the Internal Revenue Service. Revenue Ruling, it was made in 1959, Revenue Ruling number 60, so it's Revenue Ruling 5960. This methodology and the approaches in this Revenue Ruling are being taught on a global basis. This is a standard for fair market value in the entire world. Everybody follows this, okay? Now, these other countries will have a different case that covers the same issues, but if you set these standards down in the court cases beside each other, there's not 10 cents worth of difference between these cases. Revenue Ruling 5960 allows me to follow these particular rulings that are there, the methodologies that are there, and it does not allow for me to come up with a predetermined value. If I'm talking with an attorney, the attorney may be looking for a value between X and Y. They may want a high value or a low value. That really is not my issue. My issue is to get a fair market value. So there's a little bit of difference there. And again, once the attorneys typically get our reports, take a look at these, they understand where we're coming from for what they're looking for. We have professional standards. When you have credentials that are out there and there are a number of credentials, and I've got all the credentials related to value and closely held companies. They say this is what you're supposed to be doing, and that's what you should do. You should follow all of those standards. Some of the methodologies, there may be items out there that don't apply to this specific company, but you need to follow the standards to see exactly what is there. The attorneys may not understand those standards in the depth that the valuation expert does, and they may be giving wrong advice or wrong requests, incorrect requests for us as far as what we need to do to come up with a supportable value. The attorney's objective is different than my objective. The attorney's objective is to settle a case at a reasonable number, and that's absolutely fine. My objective is to determine the fair market value of a company. So if the attorney is trying to interject too much of what they really want in a valuation, then does that hamper my independence? So we need to consider that as we go through the process. The objective of Revenue Ruling 5960 is to determine fair market value. That is important because it helps guide us in a number of things that we need to try to value. One of those are transactions. If we have sales transactions, if we have a partnership dispute, mergers and acquisitions, shareholder disputes, estate and gift, buying and selling a company, debt financing, divorce proceedings, litigation of any type that involves a business, employee stock ownership plans, intellectual property, regulatory compliance, and other issues that are out there. So Revenue Ruling 5960 is a standard for doing fair market value in all cases. So if you're seeking a meticulous business valuation and we dot the I's and cross the T's, you want something that's going to stand up to scrutiny, a true reflection of the company's value, then give me a call. Let's talk about that. I understand the dynamics of what's going on in litigation cases. I understand the dynamics of what's happening from a business valuation standpoint, and we can help you better understand what it is I need to do, and you can incorporate that in the strategy of your case. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and LinkedIn at Richard Claywell. See you later. If I can help you with anything, be sure to give me a call. Thank you very much.